Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. If you're new here, hi and welcome. Thank you for joining us. We're gonna finish work, well, hopefully I'll finish it tonight, but I'm gonna get as far as I can in my hours allotted time for my crafty work tonight. I'm gonna continue working on the cover, putting our corners on. I started doing it, I thought I'd turned the camera on, but apparently I had not. So I did one corner without y'all, sorry. But we're gonna get our corner bits on, put our closure on, and sew our signature in, and hopefully get this pretty much done tonight. I think should about get it done this evening. Let's see, what day is it? It's my Tuesday, so this will be Wednesday's video for y'all. Hope everybody's doing good. Y'all are hanging in there. Ooh, that didn't go on good. Let's try that again. The corner didn't snatch. There we go. Now let's snatch it in there. Okay. Yeah, it didn't snatch on it. So I had to try it again, which is, you know, of course, as soon as I turn the camera on, that's the first thing that's gonna happen. Is the corner didn't adhere right. Ooh, that's gonna look pretty on there, ain't it? Yes, ma'am. All right, I'm happy with it. Oops, flip it back over. Flip-floppy show. Someone was asking if I made like multi-signature journals. I'm like, yeah, I do. And then they were like, do you make flip-flop journals? I was like, yep, every day. Flip-flop it every which way but loose most of the time. But no, I have not made, I guess, oh, of course, let's drop everything in the floor today, y'all. I have not made a, what you would call a flip-flop journal, which in their meaning of the flip-flop is where, you know, it has multiple sections that, you know, you just keep flipping. Now, I have done a flip-flop envelope, never-ending envelope journal type situation. I did do that. It didn't have signatures in it. I decorated the pages, which, you know, was the covers of the envelopes. I decorated those, left the envelopes open, and used those envelope openings as journal card holders. And I made a few flip ups and stuff in it out of Tim Holtz packaging. So I've made a never-ending journal where, you know, you flip and it flips and it flips, and you get to the so-called front, and you just keep on flipping. I did do that, but I have not made a so-called flip-flop journal. I just made a never-ending envelope, basically, is what I made. But I would like to attempt to do that. I watch, what's her name? Leslie over at 507 Willow House Journals. She makes flip-flop journals a lot. And, you know, no, our styles are not similar. But I like to watch her. And, who's the other lady that I was watching the other day? That kind of does that. I know Leslie makes a lot of the flip-flop journals. Her style is mostly flip-flop journal. And I like that. It's a very unique journal. Very different from what I make. My only confusion with that is when they make tags, they don't, they'll cover the front and the back with like decorative stuff. So I'm confused on that. I'm complexed about that. I'm like, I thought a tag was something you wrote on, but, they make decorative tags. Their tags are decorative on the front and the back. So I'm complexed on that aspect. So I'm like, why do you make a tag where you can't write on the back of it? But now that does not make them any less beautiful. I'm going to tell you that. They are beautiful journals. I'm going to have to open this up a little bit to get it smacked in there. But yeah, so, I mean, even though, like I say, our styles are different, I love to watch her. I like her personality. I like her quirkiness, Ouch, that hurt. But yeah, I would like to be able to do those kind of journals. Now, I would probably still, do my style of tag where you could write on it and stuff like that on the back. I don't know if I would decorate the front and the back of my ephemera that I put in it like she does. But like I say, it is beautiful journals. Alrighty, so that is on there. That's good. Okay. But yeah, I'm open to, like I say, just because I make one style of journal doesn't mean I don't appreciate other journal styles. Does that make sense? That's what I'm trying to spew, I appreciate all journal makers and paper crafters. And honestly, if I had a bigger crafting space, I would get into the, the inks and, all of that good stuff too, because, I like the way that it looks. I'm going to do one side at a time on this so I'll remember where I'm putting my mark, because this is kind of dark. But yeah, I like, the techniques for the inking of like papers and such. Now, which I know I have, what is this? The oxides. I have the oxide things, and I can do that. And I thought about trying it, later on, but right now, I've got what I've got going on, and now is not the new time to start a new craft. It's this, you got what you already got made. You need to work on that and get that done before you start anything else new. That's where I'm at right now. But yeah, let's show appreciation for other journal makers. I love it. See, I love to watch Miss Carrie the Paper Monkey. I love to watch her ring bound journals and creations because it is different style than I do. It's not as and I don't really do full-on grunge either. I mean, and then I love the grungy journals. I just I hadn't got into that portion of my creativity yet. Does that make sense? I'm probably not even using the right wordage. But for me as an artist, have not gotten to, the grungy level yet. And it's mainly because I don't have the time to, coffee dye and bake them in the oven. I'll coffee dye a few things, and I'll put it in my dehydrator and let it sit in there and air dry, But there's a different grunginess that comes when you coffee dye and you put it in the oven and bake it. Some complete different coffee dye. Get in there. Okay, I was afraid I cut that too far over. And I think I did not. Yes, it's good. Okay. I was just checking because I was afraid that I cut it too far over. So there, we have it. All right, now we need to fold this thing and get our signature put in it. excuse me. I hit my my inhaler before I come on just because I was wheezing a bit, and then, you know, it loosens up the flim flam. So therefore it sounds worse than it actually is. That's the biggest thing with bronchitis, chronic bronchitis. It's just you know, when you have allergies, oh goodness, it's just a headache. Okay, and see what it made a little bit of a dip right there. That's okay. For the most part, we are good. Alrighty, I'm happy with that. That's pretty, and it feels good. It feels fluffy. Now I do have batting that I would like to at some point or another experiment with and try to do me it's like a little thin. It's not even I mean, it is minuscule batting. Well, I like just the thinnest that you can get, kind of like a thick a chipboard, about the length of my mat here, batting. And I found it was a Riddance at Hobby Lobby. So I was like, I'm going to get that, and I'm going to practice and see if I can't do me a quilted journal cover. It may just be quilted on the outside, but because, you know, I bought all of those fabric cutoffs and such from the thrift store. And I'm like, yes, I want to take and see if I can't, you know, do my version of a quilt. And it may not be, you know, a true quilted type cover, but it's going to be my version of the quilted journal cover. So I'm thinking what I would do is I would take an envelope like I do with these and put the batting first, glue it down, and then put the fabric over it. And then before I glue the covers together, I would take my outside piece and sew, you know, just randomly, you know, either like a zigzag or just or like a hex, or I don't know, whatever. Anyways, and just probably would just take and do like a diagonal this way, and then come back and do a diagonal this way, and create a so-called quilted journal that way, is what I'm thinking that I want to try to do. But I'm getting a little more friendlier with my sewing machine. I'm making sure that my cover and my pages are upright. Okay, so we're gonna line up the middle, and what I do is I line up my awl with where my hole is, and that's pretty much the middle. Actually, it is exactly right in the middle because we used our zero ruler to find it. This fabric's a little bit thicker. And then I'll go and punch my holes in. Having a little more difficulty today just because my hands hurt a little more today. We're expecting some rain in our area, mainly because, you know, our county fair's in town, and y'all know how that works. Anytime you have the fair or a festival of some sorts, it's going to rain. Never fails. Okay. Now look, I just punched that, and as soon as I did, it closed right up. Okay. But yeah, so we are having the Surry County Fair is in our neck of the woods. It used to be the Surry County Agricultural Fair. I don't know if that's still what it's called or not. I used to love to go to look at all the animals. They used to have all the prized farm animals and such. It was really neat to go look. to go look at all the animals and such. They'd have, you know, like the, what is it, the pie and jam tasting contest, you know, of the home baked and canned goods. Okay. That was always real interesting too. Because I was like, you know, they've been setting up here. And when I was little, you know, because I didn't know no better, you know, 5, 6, 7 years old. I'd be like, who would eat that pie after it's been sitting out here all this time with all these people coming through, you know? I didn't know that, you know, they just had that as a display piece. And the actual tasting part of it was another piece. I didn't know that. I was like, so why would they eat the pie after everybody sit out here and looked at it all week, you know? That sounds gross. But yeah, that was the little kid. I didn't know no better. I was like, I wouldn't want to eat that. Do they really make them eat it? Daddy's like, well, it's not the same one that they put on display, honey. And I was like, oh, okay. Alrighty. So now we got our signature in, and I chose to go to do a like a hunter green, the same color as the green as the cover, so it wouldn't show up too bad on the outside of the cover. Because the cover's real pretty, and I didn't want to, you know, mess it up with lace or what have you. Which it wouldn't mess it up, it would add to the beauty of it, but I just didn't want to use lace on it because I like the cover of it. Okay. Alright. Now, let's see what we got. I'll put our little charms on. Get that done. Then, we got all of our pockets and everything situated yesterday. Got our tags and stuff done. So then I'm going to go through. I've been leaving my sew-in kit out here just because. Now what I did was I found this here. It's got like, if you can see, it has like a bunch of like little daisies or sunflowers, I'm thinking. So I thought that would be pretty in here because it has the sunflower stuff on the cover. And then, you know, I just had an owl, so I thought that would be cute. I did not have a mushroom. I didn't have any mushrooms. So I think these will be cute on here. And as always, I like to leave them where you can set it up on something and they'll hang outside of it, like your bookshelf. So when you set your journal up, you know, so you can admire it or what have you. The dangles will sit outside of it. Uh-oh, I about pulled that off there. Oh, I did pull it off. Knucklehead. Alright, well, now we're going to fix it because I messed it up. Because I didn't tie it backwards. I tied it frontwards like a knucklehead. But since I don't have enough room on the tail, I'm just going to take the charm itself and loop it over. And then feed the loop down to it. There we go. Now, that's what I'm talking about. See, now it won't, you can pull the charm and it won't pull it out. I did the loop backwards. Okay. Okay. That one's on there. That little hole in that one, I'll hang it down a little bit further. So mainly what I do is I'll, you know, dangle one just right underneath it. And I try to leave it a little bit longer than that, but where I messed it up, because I didn't tie the loops right. It was kind of like a slip knot. And then once you get your dangle where you want it fixed to, you pull the slip. See how I'm doing? You pull it to it. And then you pull on the dangle, and it should not slide up and down one way or the other. Okay. So that's on there, and that one's on there. Are you kidding me? Are you going to do the same thing? No, it caught. So those dangles, that one's hanging down a little too far for me. That's fine. Watch this. I'm going to take this and slip knot it up through there too. Ah, oh, the slip knot. Come on. See, what did I say? If I could mess up something, I'm going to do it. I tell you what. Alrighty. That one's on there. It's not coming off. Okay, so now we got our dangle bits on. Okay. That is on good. So now, what do we want to put as our tie on here? I want to put yellow because of the yellow flowers and such. So that's what I want to put. I want to put that color. What is that? Citrus. It's not yellow, it is citrus, but you know, it's yellow. Let me find the end to it. There it is. Well, look, we just took it completely out, and that's fine too. I just unraveled the whole thing. So I want a piece about like that twice. And get these scissors that cut, because them blue ones are the everything scissors, and they kind of want to haggle up stuff, you know what I mean? And I just want it to where, you know, it's going to be plenty of room so you can add your own things to it as well. And now this one has not been spoken for as of yet. So if anyone's interested, email me at theoldpaperlady25@gmail.com. Oh. And I still have not heard from Miss Sarah, who was asking about the white pumpkin journal. Which I haven't checked my messages or email today. Sorry, y'all. I had to work, so I hadn't checked none of that stuff today because I was working this evening. But usually before I upload a video, I'll check messages and comments, and then I'll get my video uploading after I respond back to those emails or comments or anything like that. But as for right now, this journal here has not been spoken for, and I have not heard anything back on the white pumpkin journal that we just finished. So, alrighty. So now let's get the glue and stuff in. Okay. So now I have front and back separated out, and I've just been having an ongoing project tray over here separate from my fussy cut decorative tray. So I think after I get this one done, I am going to fussy cut some of these bits here and play with them. I don't know. I do have other journals and such that are pretty much have all the parts for it. I just got to get it together. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So there's 18 front and back, and I think I had 9 tuck spots. Is that what we said? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, so that'd be every other page. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 in there. That's enough to do that one journal, so I'm going to keep those. Okay, I need one more tuck spot in here. Here we go. Do those, and let's get us some tags to go in here. I don't think I've got any of these in this journal, do I? Nope. So let's use them. Okay. Now I'm happy. So then that'll be enough to do one on every other page. Yep. Okay. So that's what we're doing. We're going to do one on every other page. I'm going to start here, skip a page, and then, you know, whether it lands on, you know, a decorative page or not, it's just one on every other page. That's what I'm wanting to do. So let's get started. I'm going to get me a drink and use my chapstick. Let me find it instead of use my chapstick and not glue stick because my lips are pasty. You get pasty lips when you talk too much. And yes, it was chapstick, not the glue stick. I did do that the other day, twice. I almost grabbed the glue stick instead of the chapstick. They are on separate sides of the tray, but I was just not paying attention and just grabbed the glue stick and pulled it out and about put that on my lip. It was funny, but not funny. Luckily, I caught myself. I was like, why is that chapstick so hard to get open? And, well, that's why, because it was this glue stick, knucklehead. A lot of people would have been happy with that being done, gluing my lips together. Like, well, can't hear you. You might as well glue your lips together. I'm all right. I'm my own worst critic. I'm telling y'all. So we're going to do that. I think that's going to be cute. So there's really no rhyme or reason for the tag part in this. It doesn't really matter, I don't guess. I just like that. So I'm going to flip back and forth. Hopefully I won't get confused. Let's hope not. Because, you know. Alrighty then. I think that'll be pretty. Because it has kind of a reddish tone too. And with the leaves, you know. And then you have the green. It brings out the green and the pumpkins. I think I'm going to like that. So I'm just going to put it, you know, up here, not down in it until it dries. So then, no, yes. Ooh, that's going to work out good, ain't it, with that there? Yes, ma'am. Oops, that's the wrong side. I got to flip-flop them. That one goes over here. And probably all of them's going to be that way. The rounded part's going to be on the wrong side since that one was. I'm going to try to put these way down here at the bottom of the page because I didn't cut these tags off. Or these, and I didn't cover that because you can write on that, and I like it. It has the red in it, and I didn't see the reasoning to, you know, the reason behind I need to cover it. Now, when I get this and it's already glued in there, it won't stick up as much, but I'm going to do that for now, okay? And I think that's going to go really good with that. That actually looks super good. All right, no. And yes, right. Okay. Yeah, so far it's matching good. I like it. Again, trying to put it down at the very bottom in the corner because these tags are longer. And I think that is going to work with those, with the colors. That looks pretty good. I like it. All right, so no, yes. So it's every other page, and yeah, all of these are backwards. That's all right. So the tags and such are pretty much the same for each tuck spot. So I'm just going to flip-flop it. And now I'll be happy and be reaching and grabbing from the right side. So this is the front signature and that's the back signature. Okay. Yes. No. Yes. I like that. I love how this paper goes from like the ombre out to the outside, gets darker. I love that. But like I say, when we go back and do a good final flip through of it, then we'll stuff our pockets better. Because I just don't want my stuff getting glued to it. No. Yes. Oh, that's going to be pretty, isn't it? Yes, ma'am. That's going to be super pretty on there. So, like I say, this one here is pretty much, you know, I did pull, you know, some mushroom type things. It's not all mushroom. And I'm calling it the Mushroom Journal because the cover. But this is just, you know, basically a fall-themed journal that has mushrooms and pumpkins in it. And it was leftover bits from another project that I said that I just wanted to make a journal out of it. Because, see, it has mushrooms and pumpkins on the kit pages. So, all right, so no. Yes. Yeah, that looks super good on that. Glad that worked out like that. It's going to show up awesome on there. I love that. That is just too pretty. All right, so then this is a no. This is a yes page. But now what I think I'm going to do, because I don't want to cover that up. You know what I mean? Well, it'll be fine, won't it? Yeah, it'll be all right. Because that's the page it's supposed to go on. That's where we're putting it. Let's make sure. Yeah, no, yes. So it's every other page. All right. I like these tuck pockets with the rounded corner on them, just mainly because, you know, even though I put a piece of ephemera in it, a tag or a journal card, it still allows room for you to put up to almost a 5-inch piece of ephemera or a picture tucked in it. That's why I like them. Okay, so no and yes. Alrighty. And I guess it is settling in with me. You know, that I'm covering up a decorative page, but that's okay. Because the leaves are going to go with it, you know, and I'm fine with that. Normally, I don't like to cover up decorative pages. But now some of my journals that I've made, no, yes. Some of them I've actually intended on adding those pages in so it doesn't take up any writing space. Just because, you know, that was the purpose of adding those other decorative pages into with the kit original one, was so that you can have more writing space and something pretty to look at. Oh, this is working out really good with the orange and, oh, shut up. Because y'all saw I just sat down here and was like, you know, counted the pages, figured out, you know, what we needed to put where. You know, and then plus two, you know, I knew what colors was in the book, so it wasn't like I was going to mess up nothing. Couldn't mess it up too much, you know what I mean? I got a little bit too much glue there. I'm just getting that off. Okay, whoopsie. Put that right there. Oh, love it. Love it. On the orange page. Okay, no, yes. Whoopsie. No, yes. And if you have, you know, like a 40-pound weight paper, cardstock, or less, that is easy foldable. 60-pound, as long as you don't add too many in it, you know, you should be okay with it. If you add a couple, you know, like one at the front, maybe one in the middle, and one at the end of your signature, it may not, you know, it won't be too bulky. But like I say, these are pretty much basically like construction type paper. And it was, you know, ordered off of the internet, and it was marketed as it was cardstock, and it was thinner than regular copy paper, or about the same equivalently as thin copy paper, and that being 20-pound copy paper. So I said those would be beautiful in here. No, yes. Ooh, look. Oh, yes, ma'am. Ooh, shut up. I'm happy that that's going to go there. That's going to show up great on that dark. Shut up. So what I'm going to do is I think I want to put this as, you know, a belly band, but then you're going to have 2 belly bands. And I think I'm going to be fine and dandy with that, y'all. Shut your face. Yep. Yeah, let's do that. So this is a little treat bag that I got at Hobby Lobby on sale for like $1 a pack. I bought like 4 or 5 of them. And I just, from time to time, pull them out and decorate them up with stuff. And then, now you can take and you can glue it, you know, like this and have it a side tuck, which is what I was thinking on. I'm going to pull some of that glue off here so it don't glue my tag. I don't even have a wet wipe out. I have my paper towel. I need to use that. Or you can take and do what I'm doing with it and put it in the middle of your page and make it a belly band. Because see, now my tag will come out of there too. Love that. Oh, that is so pretty. I hope the glare's not too bad, but it is foil on that. What is that? You make the wreath with it. What is that stuff called? Anyways, it's a ribbon that you make wreaths with. Why can't I not think of the name of it? Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. I'm so pitiful. Oh, I'm just nuts. It drives me crazy. So you have, you know, an expandable pocket, so you can put something here and here. And I think that is just super duper cute. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. Love it. All right, so then we go back over here. No, yes. Oh, that's so pretty. I just can't get over myself with that. That is too pretty. You know, what is that? The wreath making stuff. What the heck? Oh my goodness. I keep wanting to say gauze, but it's not gauze. Mesh ribbon. Knucklehead. What in the world? What is wrong with you and your brain? Nothing. It's overworked and underslept. That's what's wrong with it. It is overworked and underslept. That's all that's wrong with me. I'm telling y'all. And that's not doing this kind of work. This is fun for me. I love this. Especially when it just comes together. Shut up. So pretty. Oh, yes, ma'am. Love it. Love it. Now, you can put your tag in the back or the front. I choose to put it in the back so it allows room for my little dingle-dangle. How stinking cute. Oh, that is too pretty. Then with those leaves, yes. Shut up. Now, you can take and glue your sides down, you know, on here, but I like the idea of having the expandable pocket. That's why when I glued it, I lifted up the side that kind of is not folded exactly straight, and then made sure that that was glued and that was glued. Yes, ma'am. So then you have, you know, the option of the expandable pocket, and then you also have a pocket here. Need to put a little bitty tucky tuck in there, don't we? Let's go look, see what we got. Let's go hunt something. Hush up. Well, shucks. Ooh, let's put that in there. So we can stick that in there. It's a little tuck in the front, and I'll put this one in the other one. Where'd you go? There you are. Yeah, let me put that in that. I did forget that I made those little tucks, pockets in the front. So, yes, cuteness, cuteness, cuteness. Okie dokie. So, no. And yes. And see, look. We have... Did I steal tags? Oh, no. These are going in here. Look. Oh, ooh, I love the way that's working out. So you get all the colors of the leaves. And then, look, the yellow just makes that one yellow leaf right there. Just say, hey, I'm over here, you know. Look at me. Ooh. Love it. Okay. See, I get a little bit too excited about, ooh, look how that's working out. It looks great. You know what I mean? Yeah. know everybody's like, this woman is nuts. No, I'm excited. You know why? Because something that I made actually is working out for a change. No, most of the time my stuff does work out. Sometimes, you know, if it's a material that I have not worked with before, yeah, it does hinder me a little bit every once in a while. So far, luckily, I think the only one that really gave me a fit making things wise was that the faux leather. It was way back at the beginning of my channel. Not this summer, but last summer. I was around 500 subscribers ish, and found this faux leather Cricut material or what have you at Hobby Lobby. Now I'm going to let that sides dry, because if I don't, that is going to hinder it. So, but that's going to be my tag. It goes in that. But anyways, I was there at the Hobby Lobby, you know. No, yes. Ooh, look, yes, ma'am. Oh, that's so pretty. But, you know, and I was just over in there minding my beeswax and walked around the corner and seen this whole section of faux leather material that they had that was intended to be cut for the Cricut machine. And I, at the time, was collecting up stuff to do like a cookbook for my sister for Mother's Day present, because at that time they were selling their house, or had their house on the market, and had to move out of their house to their new property and such. And you know, she was doing up her new kitchen, and she has these antique the blue and green what is that stuff, Cornell, what is it, and the daisy, crazy daisy with the blue and green. Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay, well, I'm gonna let my pocket dry before I shove it in there. So I made that for her for Mother's Day. Let's put that on that. I think so, yep. Or should we put it over here? I'm gonna put it on this just so it shows up better, because on the green that gets lost. I feel. Now this will show up on either. Ooh, it pops off of that green on it. Let me look, see again. I just feel like that gets lost in that, and that shows up good there. So now, with this is just a belly band, so I am just going to glue right here along the bottom of all of this and across the top here. And that should be good enough. But yeah, I think that pops better off of that brown page. And like I say, this will show up either or, but it really pops off of that green. I love that. I may put the other side on the green page just because I want to. Oh yeah. And then this is the journal card. It has, you know, all of the foresty type stuff in it. I think it's just going to be pretty in there. I think that is super duper pretty. Yep, I love it. Okie doke. So then, no, yes. I'll see, look, that really pops off of there with this in behind it. I like that a lot. So I may put that one there, but you know, in traditional, we're supposed to put it in the middle. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna put it on there. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. The only thing that, like I said, it caused me the issue was that faux leather material. And it was mainly because, you know, I cut 2 or 3 times and measured 1,400 times and still got it wrong. That was the only reason. Because, you know, I was like, yeah, it's 8 inches wide. But I wasn't accounting that, you know, the orientation of it. That's why every chance I get to, you know, when I'm cutting things or whatever, I'm just saying be mindful of your orientation of what you're planning on it to be. Oh, that's so stinking pretty, y'all. I love it. Yeah, that's going to be slidey. So let's put a little bit of glue up here on this. Make it just a smidge tighter. So that holds a little better. It's still going to slide just because that card's heavy. And in order for it not to slide, it needs to be pretty much right there. But then you can't put anything else in it. You know. And do the same on this side. I'm going to put a smidge right here. Because, you know, that's thick chipboard. And this is 65-pound cardstock. Oh, that's too pretty. I love that. Okie dokie. Alright, so now let's put our glue up and let's do a final flip through of it because I'm done. And, you know, that just come together like nobody's business right there, y'all. And I love all of the different colors sticking out the top because that's fall colors. Love it. Love it. Love it. The paper towels over here to dry so I can reuse them. These I don't really, you know, if I wipe glue on it, I'm not going to save it to reuse it. Now, if I wipe ink up and stuff, I will lay it off somewhere to let it dry because you can collage with them. Sure can. Okie doke. So now, that is going to be super cute. I love it. And seeing just like that, it filled up. It's not Fatty McFatso. It's not Gator Mouth. It is a good even top and bottom because, you know, we have all of our bits on the bottom, but we have those dangles and stuff on the top on their tags. Okie dokie. So we have this. I didn't put pockets on the inside because I just love the green. That material. You can add a pocket when you get it if you want to. And I think that's going to be really pretty with the tag dangles there. It wants to lay right. Quit fidgeting. And I think that looks good there. And then it brings in the green from the cover. Let's take you down a notch so you can get a good look. So we get a good look-see at it. Okay. And then flip this over. I think that looks really good with that. And these, like I said, you know, were scrapbook papers that were super thin because you can still see the lines of the time card through that. So it was super thin scrapbook paper that I just decided that I wanted to use because it matched some of my stuff. And you can write on these pages here too. So pretty and decorative. I love it. This one actually I think is probably like my favorite one that I've made so far, probably. Just because, you know, it was pretty much a throw together 5 pages of a kit. And we added the color pages. And then added some extra background pages is what really made this kit. That's super pretty. Yep. This one turned out really pretty. I'm just making sure that, you know, our pockets are in. I guess that is mushroom soup or pumpkin soup. I don't know. I would assume it would be mushroom soup because it's got the mushroom in it. This turned out super pretty. Couldn't have planned that even any better than if I had actually went through and just picked the pages out. And so did this. This came out great. That was just super awesome the way that fell in the journal with the little tags. And even this little tag here matches. Super cute. Love that. The sweater wetter. Okay, these should hopefully be dry enough to where it won't. I'm checking to make sure that it's dry enough that if I put that in there, it's not going to get stuck. I like that sticking up because you can see the leaves and trees and all that on it. I love it. That does need to be glued right there, don't it? Because I backed that on one of my glue papers, one of my glue book pages. I like doing that. So when I'm using a book and I flip through and I find, you know, like this is like half a page. So I'll flip it, I'll collage or just cover it completely and then use that as a writing page in my glue books. Love it. Alrighty, yeah, that's going to work. It's not going to get stuck. Okay. I love this. That is so pretty with that green. Just, hey, how are you? These are pretty. I don't like that slides, but I don't want it, well, I don't want it to be where you can't put anything else in it. You know what I mean? Whoops. You see what I did? I picked up both middle pages. But yeah, let's put another piece of glue up here at the top. Just for me, you know. Because then that'll hold it a little bit better. I may need to do it on the back side as well up here. Because I did do right at the top. Yeah, oh, it's still gonna slide. And we have this one here. That one's holding pretty good. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Alright, and then when you have our dangles there in the middle, and then our pumpkins here. Love that. Super pretty. This one's holding on pretty good. Yeah, the other side's wanting to slip slide. See, it's still doing it too. So maybe we can put just a smidge of glue up here on the top of this one. Right here. So I don't like things, journal cards or what have you, to slip and slide when you flip your page. I don't like them flying out. It's just a personal preference of mine. Yeah, see? There you go. And it's still, you know, here and here, and you can still put a 4x6 in there. These are super duper pretty. Now this one, this is the one we cut down originally to get it to go in here. And I'm just making room for it because I knew my glue was going to gum over a little bit. Just leave it like that. And that's super pretty. Love it. Alrighty. And these, I feel like these are kind of, you know, some called lines on the page. I love that. Yep, and there's a little dangle page with the, love this. This turned out super pretty. And then, you know, the back's pretty much a repeat of the front side, but I love it. It turned out good. And these little pieces were just old die cuts with the view, what was it? The Mega Stacks of the 6x6 from like way back in the day. It had, you know, it was fall. So, because I used to do a bunch of 6x6 stuff, scrapbooking with my baby's pictures and stuff. I love this, y'all. I don't know how many times have I said I love this journal. It is just super duper cute. I mean, just pretty. All the colors of fall are in it, and I'm happy with that. Alrighty, so let's see here. It's 18 pages. I didn't add a whole bunch of frills and flaws to it. I'm gonna say 30 bucks for this and $15 shipping and handling. Because, you know, it has at least one ephemera piece in every pocket. It's got 18 pockets in it. So, all right. What day is today? Today is the 16th. I feel like this month's flying by. All right. So, this is journal number 23. We are calling this, autumn. Has it been autumn mushroom or fall mushroom? I can't remember. I think it was autumn. Autumn mushroom. What day is 16? 25. $30 for the journal. $15 shipping and handling. So that would be a total of $45. And then I've had questions once again on the pricing of how I do my journals. Now the white punk one, I said I wanted $35 for it because I put 2 pieces of ephemera in every pocket in it, and it had pretty much a pocket about on every page. So, and that's, you know, kind of how I go. But I just try to get my money back and not cost me to ship it out to you. That's pretty much it. And I may get paid for, you know, my ink and paper and just my materials back. And that's pretty much about what I want. Because, you know, this is my therapy, actually. This is my therapy and de-people time. Even though I'm on here talking to the public, but, you know. So, if you're interested in the autumn mushroom journal, or the white pumpkin journal that we just finished last week on the 13th. Actually, it was the 14th. Sunday was the 14th, not the 13th. This one is $35 and $15 shipping and handling. So that would be a total of $50. And then I also still have the Fancy Sunflower Journal that, you know, was part of my, my fall type journals. And I'm going to revisit this one because it's been a little bit since I did this one. This one was originally spoken for, and she changed her mind and wanted a different journal. So, and it comes with, you know, the thank you pack of all the stuff that was in it. And this is like faux washi tape. And this is the one where I did the flying bee pockets on the vellum. And the florals and all of that. So, just a reminder of what this journal looked like. So, if you're interested in it, it is still available as well. And I called it the Fancy Sunflower Journal. So, yeah. So, if you're interested in any one of these 3 journals, please email me at theoldpaperlady25@gmail.com. And I will get with you on pricing. And this one is $35 and $15 shipping and handling. So it would be a total of $50 as well. And that is mainly because of, you know, all the extras that I did with the florals and the vellum and the bees and the buttons and the dangles and, you know, all of the who and haws of it. Now, as you can see, I put them in a zipper freezer bag. And I leave them in those zipper freezer bags when I mail them out, just because they are waterproof. So that way, if the package that gets mailed is mishandled, your journal won't get wet. And that's why I do that. Alrighty, y'all. So I'm going to get off of here for today. And like I say, if you're interested in any of these journals, theoldpaperlady25@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow.